Hello and welcome to my channel, Unity151. My name is Joe. I'm here to talk and review about sci-fi, military sci-fi, and space opera books and audio books. If you want to help, like, comment, Patreon. If not, whatever. It's all good. Today's book is Emerge, which is book 2 in the Forgotten Starship series by M.R. Forbes. Non-spoiler review. Bang! Picture! Somewhere. I always forget. I think it's that one. It's that one. That one. As I said, please like, it helps me. I'm going to read the back of the book, the blurb, so you get a bit of an idea about what's going on. And I'll tell you my thoughts, and then we're going back to categories, and then we'll just talk non-spoilery, the best I can do to make you guys interested about it. If you're not interested, soz. I also have a link, possibly, to the video, which is the spoiler one, if you want to be spoiled, because they're both. You need to watch both to get all the information if you want to be spoiled. If you don't want to be spoiled, just watch this one. Right, so let's read the back of the book, shall we? Bang! There, I saw a picture of it, doesn't matter. Look at my notes. Do you know what? I didn't look at any of them apart from the names because I was putting on the wrong name. I was such a donut. I read this quite a while ago and I've just been on the list to do. Anywho, right. After 100 years crossing the expanse, just point, I'm going to be talking like you've watched the first book. So everything I'm going to be chatting about, if you watched the first, read or listened or watched a review about the first book, then I'm going to talk about it. If you haven't, go watch the first book, which, there should be a thing. If not, it'll be at the end of the thing. I don't know. Anyway, after 100 years crossing the expanse, the generation starship Pioneer is nearly halfway to her destination. The horrors of her first few days in space have been erased by time and forgotten by the residents of the city nestled inside. There we go. All good things must come to an end. Deputy Nico Nori finds that out the hard way. After a double homicide leads to a suspect who shouldn't exist, it isn't long before Pioneer's dark history catches up with the people of Metro, and Nico in particular. With no time to waste and few people he can trust, the race is on to unravel the secrets of the past and bring the one person who can help into the present. Somewhere beyond the locked seals of Metro, Joseph Cross, he's so angry, Joseph Cross, is in hibernation. And if Nico can't reach him, there won't be a future. Oh, sounds banging, doesn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to put this down. Smashing. Let's get into it. So, I loved book 1, Exodus. Brilliant book. Absolutely amazing. Such a good book. Really, really, really liked it. So I've got itchy eyes, tired eyes. It's all the lights, they do me. Yeah, really, really good. I was really looking forward to this when it came out. Got it, bought it, read it. It was okay. Wasn't as good as the first one. First one's definitely better. But, is what it is. Still a good book, but my issue with the book is they're trying to get to something, old Nico Nori, trying to find Joseph, and it just sort of took quite a while to get to Joseph. And it's kind of like, so you got Joseph and I've got her name here. I can't remember her name. Juno. I think Juno. She's she's a funny girl. I'll talk about her in a bit on the character side. But it just took a long time for them guys to do what they wanted to do to get to Joseph, and as much as loads happened, which was really interesting, there's just a long period just dragged, and I feel like that sort of let the book down. Good book, but that let it down compared to the first one. The first one was just action, craziness going on, but this sort of had a bit of a, I don't know, middle slump going on. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the 5 categories, the 5 things that I like, which are story and world building, characters, battles, technology and machines of war, and enemies, and or who the enemy could be. Story and world building. So you've got, they're still on the ship, flying around in space, doing space stuff. They're in Metro mostly this time, where the first book, reread for something actually. So the first book, they're outside of Metro. This book, they're inside Metro for most of it. And I like being inside Metro. I liked, because I've read the Forgotten series, which has got Duke and all that stuff in it. And it was quite nice seeing more of Metro. And it's interesting seeing how Metro has a difference between each ship. There's the Pioneer. I can't remember what the ship's called for the other series. But it's just nice seeing all that, how they're the same, how they're different, and all that sort of stuff. Lots and lots of world building going on. You learn so much about the alien stuff, which I'll talk about in the aliens. The best of what I can do without spoiling it. But there's loads of stuff with the aliens. What Nico's got to do and his struggles with the struggles of everyone in Metro as well. It goes quite bad for the people in Metro. And it's interesting. It's good. The thing that I briefly said is that it basically just drags in the middle. It's like it sort of kicks off really interesting. Loads happen. And it's sort of a bit of a chase goes on. And it sort of just, I don't know, just sort of drags out a bit. And then they end up going to this game room, virtual game room, and they go in these like things. They play games with other people, and there's a trife in the virtual reality game room, and all this stuff's going on, and it just seemed they're just teenagers and kiddie and stuff. And not kiddie playing virtual reality because it was really cool, but it just felt like in the book, from how the first book was, all adults fighting for their lives because of the aliens, all so on and so forth. So then this one, you're following young people, you know what I mean? And it just, I don't know, I didn't like it when they just sort of dragged out that little bit in the middle, and that sort of ate at me because it was just every chapter and chapter. I'm like, right, I want to get going. I know they're trying to get to Joseph. I just want to get to Joseph and see what happens, because once I get to Joseph unlocks the doors to then all the other stuff that happens, and that's just what I wanted to get to, because all this other stuff was just taking its time getting to what I wanted. And I don't know, they could probably knock a few chapters out. Didn't really need everything in there. It was still good. Like, can't spoil it, but there was a lot that happened, and the story overall was good. Lots of stuff about the story I liked. It's just that slumpy bit that just dragged on is what let me down. And I think I'm going to give that a 3.5. That the story, the world building side was amazing. The story again was amazing. It's carrying on from the first one, but because of that massive drag, it just took forever to get to what they wanted to do. That just bugged me more than what I'm happy with. So that's why it's a 3.5 out of 5. Characters. So Joseph's back, as said. Nico Nori is a great grandson of Nico Nori, I think, or Nico, or I don't know what his name is. He was in the first book as well. He got wounded. He then was allowed to go back into Metro because he was wounded because he had a heart problem. He got stabbed, didn't he? Something happened to him. So that it carries on from his generation down, which is quite cool because you got Joseph, who's like, I think it's 40 now, about 40 or whatever, and Nico Nori turns up and he's like, wow, you're like, his great grandson or great grandson or whatever it is, and that's quite nice. Then you've got Juno. She's she's a bit strange, awkward around people. She don't like people. She likes animals. She don't like people, and she's an engineer, and she's really, really smart. But with the smartness becomes the unable to socialize with people very well or act around people. So it's quite a cool little thing that's going on, because there's another guy as well, Leo, I think, so there's like the little three of them. They're all like little friends running around. There's all going on. And you're like, it's good. I liked it. The characters were cool. All the characters were good, actually, as it goes. No characters were weak. Tyson's back. I can't remember. The XO lady's back. Blast from the past. A couple of characters come back who shouldn't be back, and all these sort of things. Very interesting. Very good. The characters overall were really, really nice. And they'll build on them as well. And there's a lot more, quite a good bit of depth with characters as well. So I'll give that a 4.1 out of 5. 4.1 out of 5. I've added more points. There's like 4 out of 5. It's 4.1 out of 5. Yeah. Battles. So it definitely it's slower paced battles from the first one, because again you're inside Metro and better than get blown up. You know what I mean? And because they're doing the chase and they're trying to hide and evade, escape, and going all the way around, I think that slowed it down a lot. But when the battles and the action happen, because they kick off at the beginning, stuff happened. Nico Nori has to fight quite a bit, and then Juno just defend herself and stuff. And then once, whatever happens and people get outside of Metro to try and find Joseph, more stuff kicks off out of there. Stuff that I didn't even expect to happen kicked off. A few more things. A few answers get killed within the battles and the stuff within the battles and stuff. It was good. And then there's like a few big boss battle at the end, which was quite nice. There's got quite a few bits of battles of fighting and actiony stuff all over the place. So it was good. No, I did enjoy the battles. even though they was less than the first one, they was good when they kicked off and stuff. And when all the Marines turned up and all the Guardians, sorry, when all the Guardians turned up, and they had a big gut, you know, it was all going on. It's definitely a 4.5 out of 5. The fighting and the battles were good when they really kicked off, and it definitely made up for the slump of lack of battles when that sort of dragged out for a bit. Technologies and machines of war. Right, so it goes with technology and machines of war. There's something that is to do with Joseph. Can't talk about it. It's a machine of war, and through technology is why it's there. There's stuff that aliens have. I mean, there's aliens in the first one, so there's going to be aliens in this one because there would be no one for them to fight. So, yeah, there's aliens, or there's technology that the aliens got some green lights, which I can't really talk more about, but they're interesting. There's a virtual reality game inside, which the virtual reality game was an interesting idea and the concept of fighting the Trife, because they're all fighting the Trife, but like, I don't know, it's the Trife aren't in this book, so it's kind of like, it's not spoiled because there's no Trife in the first. There's only a couple in the first book. There's no Trife in the first book, second book, I mean, and like, so they added it in to the game. I feel like the whole reason why that game and all that stuff happened was to show this Trife. But if there's no Trife, don't shoehorn in the game. I don't know. Other than that, I can't really go into deep gun stuff, all general technology stuff. Same as the first book, not loads of stuff. I don't know, just I suppose give it 3.9 technology, machines of war, not loads of stuff, few stuff that was interesting, you know, push it up past the 3.5, but no, 3.9, I'll give that. Aliens and or who the enemy are. So, what we got going here. No Trife, as I said, you know, it's not really spoiled because there's only a couple in the first book and they died and Trife only on Earth. So where are they going to come from? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, there's just something on there. Hopefully I'm just knocked my focus out because that'll make me cry. Sometimes when I watch these after, like, I can't see it, like it's all fuzzy and I'm just crying and stuff. I'm like, why? Because I'm watching this now and no fuzziness. Anywho, aliens. Eagle, whatever, what's his name? I've got it here and I know it. I'm going to have to have a look. Something the Devourer, is what it's called. Igor, I don't know. He's the baddie in the first one. You know, he's about doing his baddie stuff around there. Can't go into detail, you know what I'm saying? What else you got? A few baddies inside Metro, a few baddies outside Metro, some new baddies, some aliens, some green lights. Can't talk about them. This new big thing, which is a big kind of baddie. Can't go into detail, kind of ruin it. But interesting. So new one's interesting. With these new baddies, which is to kind of do a story world building, it opens up a load of information and a load of stuff that you didn't know what was happening, or I didn't know what was happening. Read other books, you kind of know about some stuff. But me just reading these books, you don't. I've just learned stuff. I was like, wow, I can't really go in line because I'm skipped ahead with these books. I didn't realise there's a whole massive blow of books there's all backdated and stuff. But anyway, aliens are interesting, or who the enemies are. Lots of enemies, new enemies coming back, bad enemies coming back, more enemies showing up, even more. Now they've got to go deal with other stuff because these things are destroying and killing everything. It's crazy and chaos. I can't really go into much detail about that. 4.3 out of 5, quite good. I'm intrigued about these aliens. I like these aliens. You've got to go watch the spoiler video and then you find out all the information. I'm pretty much going to spoil everything in that one. Overall, yeah, I am definitely getting book 3, 4, and 5. I think. No, I've already got 3, 4, and 5. I might even got 6. Is it 6 books or 5 books? It's 5 books. So I've got 3, 4, and 5. Wait, good. Overall, the book's good. Nice load of information to do with stuff. It's just that one bit really let me down. That's just where it dragged out, and it kind of upset me because it's just, you know what I mean. Worth getting it. It's a 4 out of 5 book. You know what I mean. 3.9 out of 5 book for me. That slump just took it out of me, just going, next bit, you know what I mean? Like deliberate pages. But good. Building up. I feel like this book's building more up to the next book. So like the first book kind of was like a solid, told its story, done. You know what's going on. It ends as a solid, but you can read the first book and that's done. Now this book, obviously it's continuing the story, so it's going to, but you couldn't read this book as a finished book on its own in a way, because there's so many more answers. The questions just pop up, and it's like questions that you've got to find out, because they even like got to work out, because they know something's going on now. So I'll keep moving. I'm sorry, it's just I can't be. Yeah, overall, 3.9, 4 out of 5 book. Good book, worth it. Not as good as the first one. Building up to a third one and the fourth one. I feel like it's really kicking off now. I'm really, really looking forward to the next book. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, with that 4 out of 5 book, yeah, go get it, go buy it, go support Mr. M.R. Forbes. He's a good writer, he's a good guy. He's always chatting to people on his thing. Yeah, drop a like, please. That'd be nice. Comment. Subscribe if you're watching it and you're not a subscriber. Patreon me if you want to be a Patreon. That'd be cool. I've got no Patreons. I don't know what I'm going to give you as a Patreon, but if I get a Patreon, you tell me you want something, I might do it. Well, I never know. Anyway, cool. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, bless me. I was really want to do it, and I don't know. I put views on. Boom. So we're going to talk about characters first. Characters. I said you got Joseph Cross. Again, really interesting. I like the ties. Is a story of Wilburn we're doing, not characters. Story of Wilburn. We're doing story of Wilburn, not characters. Joseph Cross and stuff. Still going to go. I'm just going to keep running with it. Story of Wilburn, yeah. So